Welcome to Two Girls, Big Cups podcast, where we sip and spill on all things tumblers and so much more. Grab your big cup, join us for tumbler talk, pop culture chats, and those juicy conversations you've been itching to have. Cheers!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another great episode of the Two Girls, Big Cups podcast. I'm Kelly Burns from Burns Boutique, and with me is Christina Smith from the Cup Smith. And we've got another great episode for you today. Christina is going to be in charge, though, because I don't feel good.
Yeah. Kelly's a little under the weather, but she is a trooper, and she is still here. She's like, I'm still good. I'm still good.
We're going. But yeah, if I squirrel out a little bit, or Christina will keep us on track.
A little bit more than normal.
A little bit more than normal.
Yes.
I already have to rely on her to keep my life in order, but it's a little extra today.
I'm Kelly's secretary.
Mm-hmm. We joke all the time in life.
We joke about that. Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, but you know what? That helps me stay in order too, because I'm like, okay, Kelly has to do this, and then I'm like, wait, I have to do that too.
Well, you did say you like organizing other people's stuff and not your own.
I do. It's one of
that includes my life.
Yeah, it's one of my guilty pleasures. Is like organizing things. Brings me joy. So yeah.
Well, what's your cup of the day, Christine?
Oh, my cup of the day. It just came in the mail like a few days ago. I got from Amanda Lefler. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. If I pronounce your last name wrong, I'm really sorry. But that's how I pronounce it in my head.
That's how I would say it too. So.
Okay, good. So if it's wrong, then there's two of us pronouncing it wrong. But, she's known, her business name is the Krazy Krafter, and she makes amazing art. Like, she is a super duper amazing sculptor and painter. I'm a terrible painter, so
I am too. I've been studying her stuff. Like, I've been zooming in and like trying to like actually like study her paintwork to improve. If
you're a good painter, I am just like, how? It's so impressive to me. I mean, so many people's art is impressive to me, but like painting really gets me because I just cannot. But I got a cup from her recently. I got a couple from her, but this one, I got this baseball one. It's like the baseball like opening because my son is in baseball, and I've been looking for a baseball cup all season long, but I didn't want to make one. I was like, I'll pay somebody to make me one. So I got this from her. I think she made this a little while ago. So it's really cool how it's like 3D and it's splitting open. So that is from Amanda, the Krazy Krafter. As always, we will link everything below for her. But
that'll be perfect to take to his practice.
Oh, yes, it's going to be perfect for games and everything. But I like how she like dirtied it up and everything. And she's just got a good eye for all those little details and everything. Yeah. So what's your cup of the day?
So mine is from Mickey.
I love that cup.
Yep, she gave me this as a gift a couple of years ago. So it's the Howler from Harry Potter. Run out, Weasley! Sorry.
I was just going to do that.
You can hear this tumbler. Like, you can hear this cup when you look at it.
Yeah, you can. I love that. And she uses crystal lacquer, right? Yeah. So she's epoxy-free maker. So that's another special thing about her. So
I love her work.
She does really great work. So yeah, we'll link Mickey below too as well. So yeah. So we kind of haven't really talked like pop culture type stuff in a long time, because really nothing really big has been going on in a while. And if you're new here, we record early and then I edit, and then like a week or two later, then we post. So like lately the like pop culture stuff just it comes and then it goes before we can even talk about it.
or we know it's gonna be gone by the time an episode airs, so it's like, is it worth talking about?
It's like not worth it to talk about. It's flash in the pan type stuff. But there is something going on right now that I know will still be going on when this airs, and Kelly's not participating in it very much. But it is a global thing, and I am like about it, which is the Olympics. The Olympics are going on right now. I'm a diehard Olympic fan. Kelly?
I watched when I was a kid, like when I was a little girl, I loved watching the gymnastics, like the U.S. girls gymnastics. Like I loved watching it.
96 in Atlanta.
Yep. I loved watching that. I still remember when that one girl with the short thing, messed up her ankle. I'm like, I don't remember any names. It was so long ago. Coach carries her off. Like we all remember that. If you were a millennial, you remember that. And that's probably the last time I really watched them.
That's what like sucked me in. That and figure skating. Like that's what sucked me in when I
did like figure skating too when I was little. I did like that too.
Yep.
Then I kind of watched this like the diving stuff a little bit.
Yep.
Like I like the stuff that had more of like an art form to it, if that makes sense. Not just like a race or but something where there's somewhat of a performance like element to it. That's the kind of stuff I always liked.
I agree too. And then like the things like watching like Michael Phelps when he was competing, like that was really cool to watch when he was competing. But like I don't know what it is about the Olympics. I think it's because it's like it only happens every 4 years and it's people who are at the literal top of their game and
literally the best athletes in the world.
Literally the best of the best. And I have it on TV all the time, like just as like white noise. And I'm just like, oh, what's on? Oh, it's fencing now. It's fencing. Everybody and like announce it to the house. I'm like, fencing is on, guys.
I kind of feel like that's how it was when growing up. Like, and I bet that's how it is in my parents' house right now. Like they probably just have it on all the time and they just kind of catch things like as they pass the TV, like, like stop and watch for a second. Right. And like me not watching it right now, for the record, it's not a boycott. And we talk about everything, but we don't talk about that stuff. Like we are positive happy here. So there's enough of that negative stuff. Yeah, there's enough of that negative stuff out there that you guys have to see all the time. This is going to be a nice safe space. So
this is
my not watching it has nothing to do with any of that. It's just I'm busy, man. I got other stuff going on. Like it's just it's too hard to follow. And like we don't have a means of like recording to watch later. Like my dad has a way to kind of do that for us where I could watch it like through his whatever. But like I don't know. Like I just don't at the end of the night, I just want to watch something else.
Yeah. I get it. I
don't know. Like I have watched some through like TikTok and stuff. Like I was watching a couple of like the Simone Biles performances yesterday. So that's kind of how I'm watching it. Is like if I'm just scrolling and I see she started her performance, I'll just stop and watch. And that's kind of how I'm doing it right now.
I think there's a lot of people who are like that. I think there's a lot of people who are like me who are like, oh my God, the Olympics are on. I'm going to watch every single second. And there's a lot of people who are like, I could care less. And that's totally fine too. And then there's people like you who are like, oh, I'll watch the highlights. I think all of that's totally fine. But that's what I'm doing right now. So I want to know if you are watching the Olympics, what kind of a watcher you are, if you're like me, or if you're more like Kelly, or if you're like, oh, the Olympics are on. I had no idea.
The kind of stuff I think so cool. Like I caught this clip last night was like I guess Simone Biles was like literally down on the ground. Like with her injury, gets up, you see a couple hops, and then she just charges and does her whole thing. I was like, what the hell? Like I roll my ankle like even a little bit off the curb and I'm like in a boot, like and then she does that. I'm like, wow.
Yes.
She's like, geez. Like these people have to be like, I feel like part of their training is how to endure pain because there's no way she was able to just run and be like la-di-da. Like
they're resilient.
She ran through the pain. Like
they're resilient. So amazing. Yep. Suni Lee, she's one of the other gymnasts. She's from Minnesota, so like that's a big deal for me to watch. Me being from Minnesota too. I did not know this about her, but one of the other reasons that I like to watch the Olympics is that they'll tell like the backstory. I didn't realize this about her, but she got really sick during the off season in between the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And there was something going on with her kidneys. They didn't know if she was going to be able to compete in the Olympics. And she gained like 45 pounds overnight from like fluid retention. None of her gymnastic stuff would fit. The like things that they wear on their hands for the bars and stuff, she couldn't wear them. She said it was like really detrimental to like her mental health. She could hardly walk. She had to quit college, come back to the Mayo Clinic and get treatment. And then once they figured out like what was going on and were able to help her get over all that, she had to like relearn how to be a gymnast and like relearn how to walk and do all her tricks and stuff. And they didn't think she was going to be able to compete in the Olympics. And when she made the team, like it was like she just lost it and was like bawling and stuff because she didn't think she would ever be there. And so then watching her compete again, just another testament to like their resilience and like what they can go through and push their bodies through. And it's really cool to watch.
I completely forgot that back in high school, God, I can't remember her name. There was I think she got a gold. God, it was so long ago. We're talking like 18 years ago, guys. Like, come on. I can't remember anything. But
Shannon Miller, Nastia Lukin,
wait, see if anything rings a bell. But anyways, went to my high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I totally forgot that until you just mentioned the person from Minnesota.
That's cool.
I completely forgot that. Now I'm like,
cool when they come from your area.
What was her name? Why am I drawing a blank?
You have the Chiefs. You have all sorts of famous.
I know. Kansas
You're allowed to
City's
forget
a great place to live, Christina.
We get one. Why don't you come on up here and bring some famous things? Okay? We need more. Clearly, we need more. You have enough. You can come up here.
I will come someday. I know. It's my turn next. I get it. I know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That won't be the last.
Yeah. First of many coughs.
Yeah, I'm trying to wake up and then hydrate.
What flavor is that? I want to know.
Double fist over here.
Yeah.
Hawaiian shaved ice.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've had an Alani before. I
like
about them.
Okay, in the fall, you have to get their witch's brew.
Okay.
It's like a caramel apple, and you'd think like, ew, a caramel apple drink. Freaking good.
Is it?
It's so good.
Okay.
And that like would not be my thing, and I think it's great.
Does it have like cinnamon in it?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Because
it has more of just that like sweet caramely kind of a.
Okay.
But it's actually good.
I'll try it.
I get excited and the can looks really cool too. It's like green.
Yeah, the can does look cool. That can does look cool. That you have. I get
excited for it every fall. I'm like, it's back.
You're like, it's back. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. All right, well, let's move on from the Olympics. You found us a really good "Am I the Asshole" story.
Yes, I did.
It's been a little bit since we did an "Am I the Asshole" story. I didn't look at this one, so I have no idea what it is. So you read it to me.
I haven't looked at it in like 3 weeks, so now I'm like, what was it again?
So if you're new here, we usually get them from. Excuse me. We usually get these stories from Reddit, but if you have an "Am I the Asshole" story, small business story where somebody did something to you and you're like, was I in the wrong about this? Submit the story to us. We will go over it anonymously and we will give the opinion of are you the asshole or not.
All right. So this one is coming from Reddit. And let's see if this is the one I'm thinking of. Yes, if this is the one I'm thinking of, I picked it because it felt kind of relatable. I feel like we've all maybe experienced where like maybe a local friend or family member or somebody wants to start like the same kind of business as you. And so maybe they speak out some tips and want some help and different things like that. And of course, there's different ways you can handle that. But I think we've all maybe experienced that at some point in time. I know I have. So I felt like this was a good one. So this one is titled, "Am I the Asshole for Not Helping My Mom Start a Business?" says, I just started a business. I have a set plan and initiated everything. My plan is to make this my full-time job while I manage college as well. My mom, 47 female, liked my idea so much that she has decided that she wants to start a similar business. I don't have a problem with that and would be very happy for her if she were more successful than me. However, she wants me to help her get everything started. She wants me to help her do all the legal filing, give her ideas and tips, help her open accounts, etc. The problem is that I feel very overwhelmed with everything she wants me to do when all I want to focus on is my business. She even suggested that if that doesn't work, we could become business partners for my business. She likes to give me suggestions and tips, but I feel like my vision and ideas are set on how I want my business to go. And as selfish as it may sound, I want to do this all by myself, whether I fail or succeed. I find my business a very personal goal, and I really want to know what I'm capable of. I am very grateful for my parents, and I hope that if I succeed, I can repay them one day. However, part of me also feels like she's guilting me in front of my family for not helping her. At dinner, she'll mention how she wishes somebody would help her start her business, obviously implying me. I have suggested that maybe she should start a business on something she's really good at or has an interest in, because that's where she'll be more likely to succeed. But she took that as an insult, as my way of saying I don't want her doing something similar like me. So she told me that at her age, that's not true, because as long as you know where the money is at and put in the effort, it will work. Also, my mom has actually wanted to start a business before, but she never sticks to one thing. One day she'll say she wants to open a restaurant, and the next day she wants to open a cleaning business. But now she's very set on opening one similar to mine. When initially she had told me it didn't sound viable and not something that would leave me a lot of money. But after seeing me initiate everything and my crazy enthusiasm, now she wants a business in the same industry as mine. I told her I'd help her if she at least started working on it, and I could help her by answering specific questions like how to start a web page, who to contact, how to file business in our state, etc. But she hasn't done anything other than check the potential money she could make. I know she's not getting any younger, and I've considered letting go of my business idea to help her start something because she does deserve it. And I would have helped her completely had she told me before I started and invested in mine. But I guess part of me is also scared that if I don't take this chance on myself now while in my early 20s, I may never want to again. So, am I the asshole for not wanting to help my mom start a business? Thoughts, Christina?
I literally could have written this.
Are you now wishing you read it ahead of time?
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, would my mom listen to this? The entire time I'm thinking this.
Would she? Well.
My mother is that mother.
Yeah.
Legit. No, like in all seriousness, this literally happened to me when I first started making cups.
Really?
The exact same thing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I think that the writer said that she was in her like early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the benefit of age. I was not in my early 20s. And I think with age comes maturity and knowledge. And I, being not in my early 20s when this happened, I knew that I could communicate with my mother effectively in an effective, nice way. Just no, basically. Well, what I did was communicate with her and tell her I would be happy to give you all the tips that you need and show you everything that you want to learn, but you have to do it. I'm not going to do it for you. You have to do it. And when you start to do it, I'll gladly show you everything. Mm-hmm. And I also knew from knowing her that she would not do anything and that the idea and the process and everything would run its course in her head and she wouldn't do it. And it would just die. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
My mother does this frequently. She'll have this idea, she'll want to do it, and then she'll realize, oh, it involves all this. Oh, I'm not going to do that.
Is this
She
secretly
just
your story? Is this
she
secretly your
just sees
submission?
the dollar sign. She's like, oh, well, I can do that. She's very artistic, very talented, but she doesn't see all the work that has to go into it. And then when she does see that, then she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if I was talking to the writer of this, I would just tell her to just talk with your mom and just say the same thing. Like, I will gladly help you. I'm starting this up myself. I'll tell you everything that I did, but I can't do it for you. You have to do it. And then it'll run its course. Your mom will probably figure out. And if it doesn't, great.
It kind of sounds, yeah, and it kind of sounds that's sort of what she was kind of trying to do, you know, like I'll point you in, you know, the direction here and the direction here, but you got to do the work kind of thing. Yeah. But I think it sounds like she's feeling guilty for some reason, but it also sounds like mom's made some passive aggressive comments in front of family members, which has triggered that.
Right. So I say that, then I say them back. Like, so if my mom ever said like, well, it would be really nice if somebody would help me, then I would be like, yeah, I offered to help you, but you won't do any of the work. Like, I would just
call her out.
Yeah. That's what I would do. And again,
she's still young 20s though. Right. Yeah. We don't know how to speak up for ourselves at that age. It's still kid and parents feel, you know?
Yep. That's what I was going to say. I think that comes with age and maturity and realizing, oh, it's okay for me to stick up for myself.
Yeah.
Even to my mom. Like, what she said was not cool.
Yeah, I've never dealt with it like with family or anything, but like when I first started just like regular tumblers, like just regular tumblers, like local sales, like still small potatoes, like, you know, that kind of thing. I'd had like a couple people message me and kind of, you know, inquire about like how to get started and that kind of thing. And, you know, I was happy to help to an extent because I had no one to help me. I had to do all the work. I had to learn for myself. And, you know, no one's just entitled to your help either. Right. Realistically, no one's just entitled to have that help just because they know you, you know. But I point them in the right directions of like, here's some great YouTubes and here's kind of your basics that you'll need to get started. You'll need a turner, you'll need epoxy. Here's where I order from. Like just pointing them in the right direction, but letting them take it from there, you know? Right. Because ultimately it's like, if it's still your business, you need to be the one to set it up the way you want it set up. Your website needs to be what you want it to be. Your logo needs to be what you want it to be. Exactly. The style of what you're making, what you're selling, just what, you know, whatever the business is, you know, and that's kind of what she was saying was like, she's got her own vision and ideas.
And if you don't have the motivation to even start up your own business, you're not going to have the motivation to run your business.
That's a really good point.
If the daughter is doing all the work to start up the business, she's going to be running the business too.
I think she knows that. And I think that's part of her. Should I just ditch this and join her? And because I think she knows. I think she knows that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. And like, I understand the appeal and, you know, wanting to do things with somebody else. And my mom still to this day, like, well, we just did this a couple weeks ago. We went to the farmer's market and then we went to like this little craft store after, or like, it wasn't a craft store. It was like, you know, they sell like knickknacks and stuff. And at the farmer's market and at the craft store, I'm going to call it, because I don't even know what it's called. Boutique. Both of them at both places. She's like, wouldn't it be fun if we had a booth at the farmer's market? Wouldn't it be fun if we had a booth at this boutique? Like, wouldn't it be fun if we did this? Oh, and we can make this and this and this and this. And she's thinking about all the fun things that it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it would be fun. But I,
work
as a
you have to
business
do.
owner, person that has run businesses before, is thinking, okay, well, we have to get this done. We would have to do this. We would have to have inventory. We'd have to make all this. We would have to be staying up until this time. We would have to have bags. We would have to have this, and she's not thinking of that. She's only thinking of all the fun things.
Mm-hmm.
The back end of it is so much work, and my mom doesn't think of it. And that's what I'm thinking the OP's mom is thinking too, is she's just thinking of the fun thing of like, oh, I'll get to spend this time with my daughter. We'll get to like make these things together. It'll be so much fun. I completely understand that draw of it. It's always more fun to do things with somebody else. Like, that's why I love going live with you. Like, it's so much fun. It's so much more fun to go live with you.
Or I love when you guest teach in my group for that same reason. Like, I love just having someone else do stuff in there, know?
It's so much better to talk with you and whatever, instead of just sitting here talking to myself.
Right.
Like, of course it's so much more fun. But
right.
It's not always feasible.
Yep.
And you can get burned too. So like, you could turn a really good relationship into a really not good relationship either. So that's something you have to think about too. So
yep, sometimes mixing business and pleasure doesn't go well.
Right, exactly. So that can be a lot of hurt feelings, and sometimes it's just best not to do that.
Right. Or it can be a thing where, like in this scenario, if they did like partner up and do something based on mom's work ethic, who's going to do all the work?
Yeah, the red flags are already there.
Right. It's like, the young daughter is going to end up doing everything, and mom's just going to like show up at the end, and
right.
And then what? She gets part of that portion for all the work that she did. Like, no.
Right. And you can tell there's going to be the daughter's not comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations before anything has even started. And if you're going to be in business with people, you are going to have many uncomfortable conversations.
Communication.
We talked about the importance of communication in our last episode. So if you're already not comfortable having uncomfortable conversations, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not the asshole, but have some conversations with your mom.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's my opinion.
Or do what you did and just let the idea die off.
Yeah. But I still talk to her. I was still like,
right.
Well, I mean, I'll show you, but when you start doing some stuff, I said it nicely, but if so,
I think it also kind of irks me a bit that it's like she's like not even really, like she's barely off the ground, and mom just wants to jump right in. It's like, that's your instinct, because my instinct would be go straight to just being supportive and being a cheerleader, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it's not like my mom's like a business savvy kind of person, but like, she's my biggest cheerleader. She shares my stuff on her page all the time. And
oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's just from day one, Yeah. There's never been some sort of, how can I get involved in this? It's more like, hey, can you make this for your aunt? I'll pay you. Like, she never asked me for a discount. Like, nothing.
Yeah, no. I haven't had any family members ever ask me for a discount or anything like that. But yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, tell us if you've ever had a similar experience and how you handled it, or what your opinions are. If maybe you think different than us, we would love to know if you feel different than us. But I think we both think not the asshole on this one.
Not the asshole.
What's your story?
They usually aren't, but I like these stories because I think they bring up a lot of real world scenarios that we go through, like behind the scenes, I like it.
Behind the scenes is very different in running a business.
Sure is.
Oh yeah. It's not as fun.
Well, I have to trade off with 2 different drinks.
double fisting it. She's like, I need something a little stronger, maybe. If we're going to talk about that.
Which, for the record, this is actually water. There's nothing secret in there.
Yeah, right.
This is the pick-me-up she's talking about.
It's
Let's make that clear. This is not like the nighttime live we do.
Yeah.
Or
Right,
the nighttime
exactly.
episode.
Right. Or our Mimosa Monday.
Or Mimosa Monday.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Remember, she is sick.
I am sick. I got him off tomorrow, too. But
speaking of running a business and cups, show me your sadness cup. I want to see it.
Oh, my sadness?
Yeah. Kelly made the cutest little cup, sadness. She's teaching that in her art. Will it be started when this airs?
I think when this airs, we'll have done our the first live.
Okay.
And everything's always safe for replay, so.
If you are seeing this, and I love that vinyl. That vinyl is from
Hopefully Created, yes. And we both have codes that we'll link below.
Yep. We
Glitter Guy Glitter.
Yes. Waterfall? Which one is that one?
Calm Waters.
Calm Water. I knew it had something to do with water.
And then I have I don't know if you can see how the hair and stuff kind of has a metallic-y kind of shine. Those are the pigment paste from Enemo.
Yes. I love those pigment pastes too.
I actually was able to hand paint the eyes. I did it, Christina.
You are getting better.
I did it. That was my struggle on this. I'm like, I had it all pretty much ready to go, and I'm like, how am I going to do these eyes? Like, I really didn't know. I did it.
She struggled on it. She's like,
I did.
She talked about it for a while, about how she would do
Her
that.
little glasses.
They're so cute.
I love her. She's so cute. But I did a mini so I could like have it done quickly. But we're gonna do like a 16 ounce.
Do you know what I was surprised about? So many people asking, what kind of cup is that?
Yeah, it's a whiskey bench from Mother Tumbler.
Yeah, and like so many people had never seen that size cup before.
It's pretty similar to the shorty from Tipsy Magnolia, but it is like just more petite looking. Like I think it's not as wide, maybe.
They're really similar in size.
And I think it's a little shorter.
Maybe. I have them both. I don't have them near me.
I'm pretty sure it's a little shorter and maybe just slightly more narrow, I think. I'm not 100%. But it is just slightly more petite, which is why I think it's so cute.
It's so cute. I love it. I just thought it was so funny that people like had never seen it.
I had a few people that were like, what tumbler is that?
What is that? Yeah. Like, you've never seen that before?
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. But yeah. Anyways, check out Kelly's group, of course, always linked below. And she'll teach you how to make that. She tried to get me to teach one.
I did. And I was trying to get her to do anxiety, and she just wasn't feeling it.
I started it, and it was
looking good.
It was looking really good, and I'm just in a funky mood, and I haven't seen the movie, and so I wasn't like.
Yeah, you got to see the movie. Yeah,
I just wasn't connecting with it, so I was trying to force it, and just
can't force art.
You just can't force it. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm. I know. I've had a time or two where like I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do this, like, because it's maybe for like a certain contest or a certain, like something specific, Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm just not feeling it, and so I just end up not doing it because it's like you can't. It's not gonna be good if it's forced.
Yes. Yep. That's what I was feeling.
Unless you like find your groove midway through, if like the entire process you're just like, meh about it. Yeah. It's gonna show.
It was so cute, and I was just like, yeah, okay, that's all I got. I like ran out of steam. I'm like, and it's because I haven't seen the movie. I'm just not connected with it.
You gotta see it.
Yep. When you're connected with something, when you start to run out of steam, if you're connected to it, then you get that steam back because you have that connection. So that's what happened. So sorry to the world.
I get it.
But
I'm just gonna keep bugging her for other stuff instead.
Yeah, that's okay. I got some things in my head that I've wanted to make for a long time, and so as I get my mojo back, I'll make them. But yeah, let's stick in the Tumblr world. Okay. And something that's happened recently that we haven't talked about yet is scams. Let's talk about that.
Yes. And I thought of this because we kind of caught one in the 3D Tumbler Lounge yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
In both the group chat and on like the main group. Melanie, one of the admins, caught all that and got her bumped and booted and all the things. It was just like one of those general D-stash posts. But what made me think like we should talk about this was the fact that someone had commented back to her in the chat going, how much for the heat press? I was like, oh, I'm so glad we caught that because somebody was about to get scammed, you know?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And truthfully, you know, from someone who admins a group, they're getting smart.
Yeah.
They're getting smart. They are tricking us. Like
earlier in the day, I had approved them and let them into the group, and it did raise some flags for me, but not enough to where I was like, I'm not going to let them in.
Mm-hmm.
But enough to where I was like,
Yep.
But I was like, well, it checks this box, it checks this box, it checks this box. They're okay. I'll let them in. Mm-hmm. But I did remember thinking, well, if it is a scam, we'll catch them, which we always do. So if you're a scammer, we always catch you. And we're usually very fast about it too. So
she got it quick. She really did get it quick. Like I saw the whole, you know, admin mod removed, whatever, and I looked at the time and I'm like, dang.
Kelly's a very good detective. She usually goes detective mode.
Yeah. I don't think I did on that one. I will though, when I'm accepting one that I'm like, like if I'm going, like the business name they gave us was very generic and there's like only one group in common and their page is like less than a year old, like things like that. I'm like, and I'll go and snoop their page. I'll snoop their page for stuff.
I usually always snoop the page, and I remember I snooped the page, and this one was 4 years old, I remember, and they had other things on their page, and I had multiple groups in common with them, so I was like, all right, I'll let them in. I feel like I'm pretty stingy on who I let in.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm suspicious about everything. But whatever, we still got them. But let's tell everybody like things to look out for on posts. That make them scammy.
First of all, most of your crafting groups do not allow D-stash. They don't allow that kind of sale. So if you see a post for it, do not engage with them. Do not buy from them. Like that's not first of all, it's not allowed in the group. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. You should actually report it to admin so that they can kind of look and make sure it's either okay or not, first of all.
Right.
Because we appreciate
even if you think it's legit, still report it, and then your admin, the admin of that group can suss it out. And figure out if it's okay.
Yeah, let them determine, but make them aware. Like when we get, I appreciate so much when that happens. Like when someone reports to admin. But I will say Facebook is getting a little better about detecting those kind of posts. It's getting better about that because actually her post to the main group page never made it. It went to potential spam and I was able to decline it after she was already booted, but still. So they're getting better about detecting that stuff ahead of time. But it definitely, they still sneak through. So if you're in Tumblr groups and crafting groups, glitter groups, epoxy groups, whatever, just about all of them have that rule. So unless it says otherwise, but
even if they say admin approved,
it might not be.
They'll report it because a lot of times they'll just put that in. They'll just put that in, and it's really not admin approved.
Unless it's a group that like you have to submit posts and they have to get approved. If you know that about that group or you know exactly who's posting it, like that might be a little different. But
like if it's a D-stash group.
I mean, that's what that girl's groups are for. But
that's what they're for. Although there are scammers there. So things that you want to make sure that you do in those D-stash groups, never pay friends and family because you will not get your money back if it is a scam. If they are, a lot of times, like, if they're like putting up their name with whatever they're selling, that's a good indicator that it is not a scam. Like they'll post like here, I'm selling this and here's my name. That's usually that means that it's legit. Because a lot of times they'll steal pictures and they'll just post the same picture.
Because they don't have that stuff. That's the whole point, is that they don't have those items. They just want your money.
So watermarking your pictures, which we've talked about a lot.
Which, if you were in Tumblr groups and you know what happened recently, some kind of website stole hundreds of big makers, small makers, all sorts of makers, photos. Didn't even take the time to remove any watermarks or anything, because there's ways you can try to hide that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But they just plastered everything on there. But because a lot of these makers were smart about watermarking their photos, red flags went up for people. Like all they had to do was see two things that don't match, and it's like, this isn't right. And so it kind of exploded in the Tumblr community amongst all these like Facebook groups everybody was posting about, which I thought was wonderful, that everyone was trying to get that word out and share it. And you know,
hey, I saw your cup. Hey, so and so, I saw your cup. Lots of tags. Because
I never get my stuff stolen.
Because it's 3D.
It's so weird. I get a little butthurt. I'm like, don't you want to try to scam people for my stuff?
But then you have to actually like do something about it. You have to like do work then.
I know. It's one of those things where it's like you don't want it to be, but then you're like, why not?
Because your stuff is difficult to make, and like people will be like, you didn't make that. I know you didn't make that.
I'm the red flag. I'm the walking red flag.
They'll steal your picture, and everybody would be like, I know that's fake. There's no way you made that, Susan. Sorry if your name's Susan. I didn't mean that as an insult. But.
Oh, man. But yeah, and then you got an interesting one.
Yes, I got an email.
Share that one.
From my website. Hold on, let me pull it up. I got an email on my website, which, you know what, I think I probably deleted it. Wait, I sent you a picture of it because I, of course, had to send it to the professional scam detector / detective. Period.
For the record, what I do is nothing hard or interesting. I literally put the name of this law firm that she's about to tell you guys all about into Google. I see a legit website. I'm like, Then I throw in the word scam after it in Google, and there we go. There's the big law firm trademark scam.
Yeah, so I got an email
2 seconds
sent to my website email, and it said, this is Emily from Beijing Guawo Law Firm. Please help to transfer this email to the person who is in charge of trademark issues in your company. Our team noticed a Chinese local company is trying to register the trademark, and it has been preliminary approved and published by China Trademark Office in PR China as the following. It's my business name. It has an application number with a link, which of course I did not click because I'm smart that way.
Don't ever click links.
And then it said, it had some more information, but I only have a screenshot of this. And it said like, contact me or something like that if you want to dispute this or something. And then so I sent it to Kelly, and I was like, have you seen anything like this? Is this a scam? And then she put it into Google, and
took 2 seconds. I was like, there you go. That was quick.
And I was like, how'd you do that?
But that is a trick though, is that if you want to know if something's a scam or not, don't just put in the name of it, throw in the word scam afterwards.
Yeah.
That's going to find you that.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's why you're the expert.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just,
that was a new one. There's also been some things like Facebook notifications. It'll say that like your
page is going to be shut down,
right, for copyright infringement and blah 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 and that whole thing. And but like someone's tagged you in it, but it's actually like a fake profile that's like tagged you in something, but it makes it try to look like it's Facebook. It's not. Like, no.
Nope.
I've gotten alerts for like copyrighted music before, and that there's like a claim against it or whatever. Because remember, there was a time when I would just be quiet in my room, just like crafting on a live, no TV, no nothing. And Facebook kept thinking that I had some like German song or something playing in my lives. And I had to dispute these claims like all the time. It went on for like 2 or 3 months, and then it just stopped. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know if it was like some kind of background. I have no clue. I have no clue why I was doing that. But
there's a German ghost in your house playing music or something.
Right. And so I know what those look like. Like, and when you click on those alerts, it looks like a legit Facebook kind of thing. Like, you can tell the difference. It's not a Facebook post. It's not a comment. It's not a,
Right.
It's more official looking. So don't ever fall for those either. Don't ever click on links. Someone's trying to say, oh, you're in trouble for this and this and this. Click this link to blah, blah. And then you click, and let's say you forget and you think it's real and you click that link, and then all of a sudden, why is it making me log back into Facebook? Oh, no, it's not making you log back into Facebook. Look up at your browser. It's not the same website. Right. It's a fake site to look. That's how they get your passwords. Like,
right. They want to steal your password.
You gotta be careful.
One that I see a lot too is the like, I can't believe they're gone. And then you have to like click on the link.
Mm-hmm. Or there's a new one. There's a new one, and it's not craft related or anything, where it's a lot of times in like these buy, sell, trade, or local garage sale groups and things like that, where they will post like of a missing person.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll be like on a public post, and then they turn the comments off, but they don't give you like the right information. I think the whole way it works is that they get it so that you share it, because it's like, oh God, someone's missing. And so you share it to all these, out to Facebook. And so it spreads, goes viral. And then they change it to whatever they want it to be, kind of thing. I think that's kind of how that works, I think.
Sure.
But I think, and I've seen the where it's a legit missing person.
Mm-hmm.
So you also can't just like go, I wonder if this person's really missing. Oh, they are. I guess I'll share it then. Like, look at where the source is.
Yeah.
Look at where the source is coming from. Share it from like that local PD's Facebook page, because that's right. Like not from some random garage sale, buy, sell, trade. Like that's
they're tricky.
They are.
Yep, you gotta be internet savvy. You gotta be smart.
Yep.
And watermark everything.
Watermark, and don't fall for the D stashes.
Watermark your D stashes. Watermark your cups. Watermark everything.
And if someone wants to order something from you, and you go through the whole back and forth process, and then there's something wrong with Cash App, and you need to change your profile. No, you don't. Mm-hmm. You never need to pay anybody anything in order for them to pay you. That's never how that works.
Nope.
That's another one I've seen in the Tumblr community.
Yeah, I have seen that a lot too. I have seen that a lot too. Oh well,
I got hit with one of those ones.
Really?
Kind of, yeah. It was I used to do Jamberry nails. I'm not proud of it. This is multi-level marketing stuff. I mostly use for my own discount, for the record. But anyways, I got an email once that was like, this lady wanted to get a bunch for this bridal party. She made this huge, like, we're talking like a $700 order. I was like so excited. I was so excited. I'm like, this is gonna be great commission.
Right.
And I just remember, so I went through engaging with her, like, oh, I'd be happy to get this. And she gave me something about her assistant's going to mail order this check and whatever. And then she's like, okay, it's on the way. And then, this assistant sent the wrong amount. And so I needed to refund X amount.
Sure.
Yeah, I got that money order in the mail. It was fake as hell. It was fake as hell. It wasn't real. It was a fake ass check. I took one look at that thing, and I'm like holding it up to the light. I'm looking for like reflective stuff or something. Like,
that's not real.
Fake assholes. I threw it out. And then I went to Google, and I Googled like something like Jamberry bridal nail spam, something like that, and I found stuff on it. It was a known scam. But if something, you never ever pay when you're supposed to be getting paid. That's never how that works. Never how that works.
No.
If someone sends you too much, well, that's on them.
Yeah, sorry.
You make sure that clears your bank account before you send anything
back. Right. Yep.
Mm.
Well, let us know if you have been scammed or any kind of scams that you have been seeing going around that we didn't talk about or know about.
Yep, any small business ones, especially if we miss some big ones, let us know, because
Yeah. Well, I mean, like that email, like
that was a new one. Yeah, it was a new one for sure.
All right.
I never updated how my luck went after that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So a week later, I'm trying to use my hot knife wood burner X-Acto thingy to like cut into a sleeve. So I'm cutting into it, and all of a sudden the thing snaps, falls onto my lap. It burns through my apron. It burns through my leggings. I'm going to have a scar on my leg. I'm going to have a scar because that thing's struggling to heal. Like where it hit me, it burned me. And I have we can put a picture here, but where it like snapped, like the metal snapped. The whole thing snapped.
Mm-hmm. I've
never buying that again. I gave them a 1 star on Amazon. It was literally the first thing I did after that. I'm like, these mother.
I love it.
Only had that thing a few months. I'm like,
really? Oh,
yes,
yeah, then for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That wasn't the old one. That was the nice new one. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it burnt me.
No.
And then
update.
Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
I have one more because you sent me sage. And I had a really bad day one day. It was like only a couple days after this, and I was just like in rage mode of just like everything is going wrong kind of thing. So I tried to burn the sage that Christina sent me, and I was instructed by a friend that the way you burn sage is you light it and then you blow it out and you let the smoke do the thing. Yeah, my fire alarms went off within like 5 seconds. The whole house is beep, 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 like chirping. The dogs are going nuts. I had to just like shove that thing under the sink to put the smoke. It was bad.
I sent her sage because she's had all this bad luck, and I'm like, just send her some sage to turn it around. I don't know how to do it. I've never done it before, so she's asking me. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know how to do it either. So
we asked our other friend, and she told her, and apparently
it was right. So
yeah.
So if you know how to burn sage, please let us know.
It was really pretty too.
It was pretty. I shouldn't have burned it. I should have just left it. It was pretty.
We tried. But when she got it in the mail, I didn't tell her I sent it.
No. I was so
confused. Got the mail and she goes, Christina, did you send me sage? And I'm like dying laughing. I'm like, yep.
It was really pretty. It was really pretty.
It was.
All right.
But
let's play a Pictionary.
Wait, I gotta wrap up the updates.
Oh, okay.
Because our last episode, we did like a top 5 of some of our favorite makers. And we just posted that yesterday, but when this airs, it'll be like 2 weeks ago or something like that. Or like a week ago. I don't know. Anyways, it's way in the past, but anyways, to us, it was just yesterday. We had some of the sweetest messages from not only the people that we shouted out, but just from other people in the community who agreed with us about the amazing makers. And just, it just was just warm fuzzies and just was so wonderful, which was the purpose of it, was just to just bring some positivity and highlight some of the wonderful makers in our community. So just wanted to wrap around to that.
We're going to do that again.
Yes.
That's going to be like an Am I the Asshole? Like that's going to be a regular thing now. I think.
Yeah.
Just there's so many people we can.
Oh my gosh. There are so many, but it was just so wonderful to get those messages and see all the comments from everybody in the community, like, agreeing and everything. Yeah. So it was great.
Yeah, for sure.
But, all right. Let's end it with a little game. We are going to play a fun new game. I mean, it's not a new game, but it's a game we haven't played on the podcast. Yes. So we're going to play Krafter edition of Pictionary. So we each came up with a couple of words, and we're going to bust out
I'm winging it.
Well, I came up with a couple of words.
Kelly's going to look around her room and find something and go with it.
I did my homework, and we're gonna get out our stellar drawing skills again.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
Boo, you whore.
That's gonna be my excuse all day. I'm sick, so it's
get your boot out.
Hey, I don't have to wear it anymore. My foot's better.
My tiny violin. But okay, on to Pictionary.
All right.
Are you going to go first or am I?
You go first.
Okay. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ready? You tell me when to go.
Go! Oh, maybe I should do a marker. I only have a pencil. I love the angle of what you're doing this. Is it a Turner?
It's 2 words.
Is it a Dino's Turner? Is it the Kelly? Is it? I can't read what this is.
It says Turner.
Oh, Tumbler Turner?
You're gonna
make me be that damn specific.
Yeah.
What other Turner would it be?
I don't know. I just wanted to say both words.
Okay. So I know we're supposed to like trying to be guests. Like, we're supposed to like want you. I'm gonna try to stump you. I'm try to pick some hard stuff. Okay, this will be interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh God. This is not. Oh my God. This is not an easy angle to draw at. I need it flat. This is not working in my favor whatsoever. Holy crap. Okay. Well, we're just gonna really roll with this here.
Is it a
vacuum? It already looks like crap.
It looks like a vacuum. Is it glue?
Actually, it looks like a water pick. That's like the dental hygienist in me. That's the dental hygienist in me.
Oh, it's a torch.
Thank you. This is not an easy angle to draw at. Yes, go. Oh, geez, I took my whole desk.
Okay. I don't know how the heck I'm going to draw this. I was just like, oh, that'll be a good one, but okay.
My jack-o'-lantern tumbler. No. Is it bling? Like a rhinestone?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Rhinestones?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Mm. Crystal katana.
Yes. I was like, how the heck am I?
As soon as you did a point, I'm like, it's a katana.
I was like, I'm gonna make it so that she knows it's rhinestones. It's something with rhinestones.
We should have been timing these so we could actually like keep score somehow.
Yeah. Next time.
I'd say I'm winning so far, but okay. Because again, I did not come prepared.
I gave you one task. 3 things.
I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Look
at how she makes these like amazing things. It looks like a glitter bottle. It is.
It is a glitter bottle.
She drew that. She drew that.
That's not good. Do you want me to go back to my torch?
It's still better than this.
Your turn.
It's so hard to draw.
I know, it's a weird angle.
Okay. All right.
A straw. Archon mount.
Yes.
Well, now I have to rethink my next one because that's what I was gonna do. Because we were paused for a minute there. We were having some technical difficulties as always. So I'm like looking around. I'm like, oh, my mount. I'll use my mount. I'll do my mount.
Nope.
All right.
Stole that one.
I don't have one to look at. I feel like I need one to look at, so this might be very, very bad.
Sure.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I need a quick visual. So I'm trying to think how they're like shaped and stuff. Okay, I don't know. It probably looks nothing like it, but we'll go with it here.
It looks exactly like it, I'm sure.
Wait, can you see it? Okay, sorry.
A glue gun.
Okay.
At first I was like,
it looks more like a water gun.
I thought the like gun part was an eyeball. I wasn't sure what it was.
Oh my gosh.
I got one.
I got one too. I'm gonna laugh if they're the same again. I don't think it will be, but is it like a heat gun?
No.
I'm good. No, I thought that was it. Oh, I thought you were saying yeah. It's not a heat gun. Because that looks like it's like a thing on a cord.
Uh-huh. Here. Whoops.
Are you woman? It's my hot knife breaking on my leg.
Yep. There's the tip in your leg.
Actually, then it fell to the floor and got stuck in the carpet. It like melted part of the carpet and got stuck. Oh my god.
I was like, what can I draw? I'm gonna draw.
All right.
Hot knife in her leg. I have tears.
Oh my god. All right, well, I hope you like this one.
Okay.
I like this one.
I wipe my tears away. A snow globe? Potion bottle? A cauldron? One of your many unfinished projects? Where you put your paintbrushes unwashed.
Yes, exactly. That's the dirty water.
Water.
And this is where they sit for a week before I have to throw them away because I never clean them.
The water just evaporates out. And then you're like, well, guess I'm not gonna wash those.
You got it exactly.
Yeah.
That was the point, because you give me shit about my dirty water paintbrushes.
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was fun. I love playing games on here.
Yeah, I like playing games too. It's good. Good little mixer up. Well, that was a good way to end it.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Make sure to comment below all the things you're doing. If you're watching the Olympics, if you've been scammed. I can't remember what else we talked about, but I remember those were the two things we talked about. Did you guess our Pictionary guesses before either of us did? Our Pictionary drawing. We hope that you are having a wonderful week and that you check us next time, and make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that bell, check us out on YouTube and Spotify, and we will see you next time. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.